I and the Father are one.
The doctrine of the Trinity is central to Christian theology, but it often raises difficult questions, especially about Jesus' relationship with God the Father. How can Jesus, who Christians believe is God, pray to God? And how does Christianity reconcile the belief in one God with the idea of three distinct persons within the Godhead: Father, Son, and Holy Spirit? In this video, we'll break down the complexities of the Trinity, Jesus' role within it, and the relationship between the persons of the Godhead. At the heart of Christianity is the belief in one God, who exists as three distinct persons: the Father, the Son, who is Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. Though distinct, these three persons share one divine essence. This means that Christians don't believe in three separate gods, but one God in three persons. This idea, while challenging, is essential to the Christian understanding of God. A helpful way to think about this is by understanding the difference between nature and personhood. Nature refers to what something is, while personhood refers to who someone is. So, God's nature is shared equally by the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Each person is distinct, but they are not separate in their divine essence. Just as a triangle has three sides that form one shape, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit are three persons, yet one God. Now, one of the most challenging aspects of understanding the Trinity is this: if Jesus is fully God, why does he pray to the Father? Is he praying to himself? The answer lies in the distinction between the persons of the Trinity. When Jesus prays, he isn't praying to himself, he's communicating with the Father. While Jesus is fully God, he is not the same person as the Father. The persons of the Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, are distinct and communicate with one another. Another common question is about Jesus' human nature. How can Jesus be fully God, yet experience human limitations, like hunger or even death? Christian doctrine teaches that Jesus has two natures. He is both fully God and fully human. This is known as the Incarnation. When Jesus prays or experiences pain, these are expressions of his human nature. But his divine nature is never diminished. Jesus' human experiences allowed him to bridge the gap between God and humanity, but they don't take away from his divinity. Some people wonder, if the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit communicate with each other, does that mean they are dependent on one another? And if so, does that make them less than fully divine? The answer lies in understanding logical versus metaphysical dependency. While the persons of the Trinity are in a relationship, they are not dependent on each other in a way that weakens their divinity. They share the same divine essence, which is fully independent and self-sufficient. When Jesus prays to the Father, he shows us the deep relationship between the persons of the Trinity. This prayer reflects the eternal love and unity shared between the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Far from indicating that Jesus is less than God, his prayers highlight the fellowship that exists within the Godhead. So, what have we learned? The Father, Son, and Holy Spirit are not separate gods but three distinct persons sharing one divine essence. Jesus, while fully God, communicates with the Father because they are distinct persons within the Trinity. Jesus' incarnation allowed him to be both fully God and fully human, bridging the gap between God and humanity. The relationships within the Trinity do not weaken their divinity but instead reveal the perfect unity and love that exist between the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Ultimately, the doctrine of the Trinity reveals one God in three persons, each fully divine, existing in perfect harmony and love. Jesus' role within the Trinity, and his prayers to the Father, reflect the depth of God's plan to redeem humanity and reveal his divine love.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.